Step number 1, be easy to work with. Are you surprised to hear this one? Well, I cannot stress this point enough because although it's a given that you are expected to be professional and courteous to your colleagues, to your senior managers, to your juniors, however, it's very few people who accomplish that at workplace. When I look at my calendar, I'll be honest, there are a few people I would love to decline the meetings with just because they are so difficult, so reactive, and unreceptive to work with. So let me break it down. Being easy to work with, what does that exactly mean? It is not someone being a pushover or saying yes to all ideas. It's quite the opposite. It's when we bring our authentic self to work. It's when we voice our concerns or ideas, and we are not always challenging or belittling other people's ideas. There needs to be a fine balance of where we are assertive about our ideas, but at the same time, we have to be receptive and we have to be open to new ideas. And that is something that is extremely crucial to, consider someone for a promotion. Number 2, make life easy for your manager. The number 1 pet peeve of every manager is when a work is assigned to somebody, but then there's an unreasonable amount of hand-holding and time that the manager has to invest with that person to make sure that the solution is meeting up to standard, the solution is on time, etc. So this is where step number 2 for anybody I mentor is always have 100% ownership of your project and your tasks. Ask clarifying questions when a task is assigned to you. By when do you want this done? What does success for this project look like? When there's a decision to be made, do you want me to take it based on my understanding and analysis, or do you want me to come back and refer to you, although that will slow down the process a little bit? Asking these clarifying questions immediately puts you in a position that's kind of separate from your peers, because not everyone asks and thinks through the next steps of a project or a task. Step number 3 is there's always, it's a little bit complex, so I'll try to explain what it means. It means, in a nutshell, it is being proactive, but being mindfully proactive. So for every team or every project, there's always a bunch of good to have things, good to have deliverables. There's always things and tasks and projects that are thought of, but because there's not enough bandwidth, because there is lack of priority, immediate priority, those get pushed in the backlog. Someone in my team who is mindful of those projects, how they can be used to leverage and be part of a current project, or somebody doing something as simple as creating a book of work tracker. That makes life easy for not just the team, but also senior managers. Well, I will pay attention to that person. So try to find these projects that are in the backlog, that are not being tackled by anyone, but that can bring value. And then if you take ownership and you try to accomplish some of those projects, that definitely puts you on the radar for a promotion. Number 4, I cannot be sitting in 2026 and not talking about AI, right? So number 4 is a no-brainer for today's world. How to brand yourself as somebody who keeps up with latest technology and concepts. Well, show your passion and your knowledge in AI tools. Spend time just researching how and keeping up, because it's changing every week, right? So keeping up with the AI innovations that are coming. Your company may not have access or does not encourage the use of AI today, but trust me, every senior manager, every senior leader of every single company has that pressure on them to understand AI in a manner how it impacts their future roadmap. If you can be a trusted expert and an advisor for AI use, impacts, issues, and tools, then that definitely brings you as a perfect candidate for promotion. And last but not the least, number 5 is something that has been my key to success in my very long, like it's been 18 plus years I have been in the industry, and it's a simple rule of thumb I follow, which is never go to a meeting or to your manager or to your stakeholders with just a problem or an issue. Always also bring at least one, but possibly, if possible, a couple of solutions to solve that issue, to solve that problem, and to mitigate that risk in future. This is a secret that is not really talked about in any of the other YouTube videos out there. But this is human nature. Whenever you are sharing a problem, even if you are not the cause of the problem, or you have rather nothing to do with that problem, even then, well, solution is what? The immediate question that pops up in brain is how to solve it. And if you bring that solution, well, that always puts you apart from most people in that room. Do not overthink. I have done this in past, so I'm just sharing my lessons learned. When you think of solutions, try not to overthink, because the perfect solution will never be fully fleshed out, fully structured. However, somebody bringing a possible solution is always a bright spot in that problem, right? So that's where, even if you are bringing continuously, if you are trying to bring solutions that are just not clicking, not getting picked up as a potential solution for the problems or any issues, errors that have happened, even then, it sheds light on the way you are thinking, the way your brain thinks about solving a problem. So these are my 5 golden rules for getting a promotion. I am soon going to do a video on personal branding, because I think that is also extremely important in today's fast-paced world. Please subscribe and continue to view my videos, and all the very best for success in your professional as well as personal life. This is me, your corporate insider from the Reboot Camp, saying bye. See you all soon.